I'm ready, baby.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all ready. Just press record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Too High McFly podcast, where we talk about everything filmmaking and movies. But today, we have a very special guest. Not like special, but like he's a stand-up comedian friend of mine, Agostino Zoida.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
What do you mean not special? You mean like I'm not retarded?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes
Maybe you are, though.
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll find out later.
But anyway, I've known Agostino for about 9 years. We started doing stand-up comedy together, and you have your own podcast, a Parishioners podcast.
I do.
Yes, you do, and I co-host that with you.
Kevin's the co-host.
I'm the co-host.
Anton's been on.
And Anton, actually, Anton is here too. He's
up?
He's the one of the co-founders of Too High McFly. But unfortunately, Dan couldn't be here. But fortunately, is because he just had a brand new baby boy.
Brand new baby.
Baby boy.
King de Sangre.
Kingston de Sangre. So congratulations, Dan and Chris.
Pretty badass name.
Man.
Isn't it?
It's a superhero in the making.
Yeah, I know. He's starting off with the name.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. We're going to talk about the Avengers Infinity War trailer that came out last week. And we're also going to talk about Disney possibly buying Fox, like X-Men and Deadpool, and some other news. And then we're just going to go into our inevitable topic of Star Wars, because that's what we are.
We always end with
because
Star Wars.
Agostino doesn't like Star Wars. He just
Hate mail begin.
Yeah, let the hate mail begin. But so let's get this fucking party started.
I'm with you.
All right. Hey, let's turn it on.
Turn it on.
All right, so guys, the Infinity War trailer. We haven't even seen each other since the trailer came out to actually talk about this. So they just released that last week, right?
Yeah, it's been busy. Like after Thanksgiving, we just haven't done anything.
I know. We like the whole team shut down.
Still burning that turkey. Dan having a baby.
Yeah.
You know, I've been bartending a lot.
Yeah, he's working again. He's bartending.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, so Avengers Infinity War, what'd you think?
The trailer looks pretty promising, man.
Yeah.
I've never been excited about an Avenger trailer.
I know.
Ever.
Because you always kind of hate on Marvel a little bit.
A little tiny bit. I haven't really been that impressed with Marvel.
Yeah. What is it about Marvel that you don't like?
It's to compare it to like DC. I think that it's just a little bit more immature and a little more fluff.
Okay.
I don't really like fluff in my action movies. I don't
just
like all
it in
that.
your sandwich.
And he hates Zack Snyder.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. You
It's like
you
a
do hate Zack
contradiction.
Snyder?
I don't hate Zack Snyder. I wasn't a big fan of him in some of his work.
But you hate fluff. Zack Snyder doesn't do fluff.
I know, but here's the thing: Zack Snyder doesn't do fluff, but it doesn't mean that I have to love Zack Snyder. Though I just don't really like some of the stuff that he directs. But I mean, Marvel, they always just have like some silliness, and there's always like really young kids playing the superheroes, and there's always like jokes.
Wait,
throughout
there's
the
not
fights.
really.
It kinda bothers me.
No. They only had that with the Spider-Man Homecoming. That was the only
but
Marvel.
that was really young.
He's supposed to be in high school.
I don't want to see that shit, dude. I fucking go outside my house and
This
I
is
see
the
kids that
perfect
age.
guest for the THM podcast.
I know, man. You are a perfect first
Yeah.
guest.
Man, like kids today annoy me. Like the last thing I want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to watch a movie with like a bunch of kids and then he's Spider-Man half the time. It's like, I don't know. Kind of ruined it for me. I did not like Homecoming.
And did you saw Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Did we see that together?
I don't remember, but I definitely saw it.
And did you like Civil War?
Nah.
He doesn't like anything.
I really don't. Like I like the end. It was some good fights and stuff, and it was cool. That was like the first time we saw Tom Holland as Spider-Man, right?
Yep.
He made his appearance in that movie, and I really thought that the actor was like kind of perfect, and I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited for the movie, but I didn't really like the movie that much. But even during the fight scenes in Civil War, dude, he kept like saying stupid cheesy lines while he was fighting. I hate that shit.
That's what Spider-Man does.
He's goofy.
I guess. I mean,
And then it's so funny because Deadpool is the opposite of that, where he has
But-
really funny shit to
but the
say,
thing
and he
is-
hates Deadpool.
I
We
hate
have
Deadpool.
to mention in this podcast,
What's that?
Agostino's a lover of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I love.
He
those.
loves Tobey Maguire, and you really like the Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I did really like that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The
But-
Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans are like still to this day my favorite Marvel movies.
That's his Star Wars. Is it Tobey Maguire?
Yeah. I thought the first one he did was okay. I liked the first one. The second one was okay. I was just getting sick of him as Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
I just love. I mean, like James Franco is like his best friend / villain Harry.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the whole cast.
Yeah. It's good.
Like, let's do Green Goblin again.
Oh
How many times
man,
are we gonna do Green Goblin?
it'd be so awesome. What other villain is there in the Spider-Man that's better than Green Goblin?
Spider-Man has the best Marvel villains. He's got
Educate
Doc
us.
Ock. Who else is the other one? It's like he has Sandman. Is it really
Sandman.
Yeah, they did that in part 3.
He has Vulture.
Vulture.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man has the best villains for the
Doc
Marvel.
Ock.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Doc Ock
Doc
was
Ock
good.
is awesome.
These
Spider-Man
Sinister
2.
6 came from Spider-Man villains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that actor too that played Doc Ock. He's so good.
Oh yeah, what was he in? He was in he was in Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the
Alfred
Lost Ark.
Molina.
yeah,
Yeah, do you remember?
yeah,
when he's going into the
Molina.
cave
dude.
and
That guy's been around for a long time.
toss me the idol, I toss you the whip. that guy.
Dr. Jones.
No, that's a different movie.
No.
But anyway, so you like the other Spider-Mans, but you hate the new type of Spider-Man because we got sidetracked. We always get sidetracked. We're talking about Avengers: Infinity War.
Well, it all comes down to.
So what is it that you like about Avengers: Infinity War that you saw in the trailer, even though you don't like their other movies?
You can kind of tell that shit's gonna go down in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna end sad.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I love when shit ends sad. I love dark shit. That's why I prefer DC.
Yeah.
I love that stuff, man. Like the music, you could tell, like, okay, it's serious. There wasn't any one stupid little cheesy line in the whole trailer.
Isn't it kind of funny though and ironic that DC is trying to lighten things up like Marvel, and
I hate it.
Marvel's going dark like DC?
I'm
And
so
it's just
fucking
like
disappointed.
it's like what the hell? But yeah, I thought the trailer looked really good too. What'd you think of the Thanos?
Who was that?
That was the big purple guy that came through the hole. He's
California Raisin.
He's the main bad guy for this one. He's been teased in all
Is
the
he
other
purple? I
movies.
didn't know
Yeah,
he was purple.
Well, they
He was
changed
kind
his
of
color.
pinkish.
He was like a little
kinda
pinkish.
The rendering wasn't, I think, the good real render yet.
I don't know. I mean, like I told you guys before, like I'm not really that knowledgeable about all the Marvel characters and villains,
Yeah.
so I had nothing to compare him to. He seemed fine. He seemed like he'd be a fine villain.
Okay. A lot of people were hating on him. They thought he was just too stupid looking with like the CGI.
Well,
Everybody hates on that.
Yeah.
They have to find something to hate on.
sure.
You know?
But what I don't get is why does it have to be CGI? I mean, because they're already taking, like in Justice League. I don't want to talk about Justice League, but when they were going in the prologue on everything, the army of men, and they were with the gods like Zeus, you could see him standing next to the men, and like he was bigger. Like they used visual effects to make him bigger, and he was a real actor. Like, why can't you just do that with a villain? Just make
I
him
was
a little bigger.
in a similar to a podcast last Saturday, and we were watching Legend. And remember Tim Curry, the way they did Tim Curry back then?
Oh yeah.
They made him look so menacing without any CGI.
Yeah. And Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe.
yeah.
Remember
Frank Langella,
him,
yeah.
dude? Like that was just like it was special effects makeup, and the actor just brought it to life, and it's just they're scary, and it still holds up.
No, but the thing is, like, compare Thanos to Steppenwolf.
Okay.
Like, it's night and day, though. It's
Yeah,
very night and day the way. Because Steppenwolf, he's motion captured, but some parts of him are just animated poorly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like really, really bad animation.
Yeah.
He looks very stiff.
The animation, but also like the way that his face looked,
Yeah.
and everything. Like I like the design of how he looked. It just looked so fake, and
the
his
thing is,
skin was just gray. It had no like tone.
And you can't see Ciaran Hinds beneath it.
Yeah.
It's like you just see just like Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
You won't even know who
Yeah,
that
that's
is.
true.
With Thanos, it's like a hybrid. It's like half his real face morphed into a CGI face.
Yeah, it's Josh Brolin, by the way,
Yeah,
who plays Thanos.
so-
That's
like-
what I like. I like when you can see like who.
So you can
tell
still
who the actor
see
is.
like bits, like when you see the Hulk, you can still see some Mark Ruffalo in the Hulk.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
especially in Ragnarok, dude.
You know
You,
what I'm saying?
can definitely
you can see it in his face. Yeah, so like I think it's just like the color, the rendering was bad. but not
You
the
know what? I
actual
think it's just because of like his fucking weird testicle chin.
Yeah.
Like it's just like those lines. Like all I want to do is just take my fingers and just wiggle up through those like chin wrinkles of Thanos and just wiggle it around. Like it's just so
That's
weird.
how he's designed in the comic book. It's just I think because he's not wearing his helmet.
Yeah,
it made
but
him look like a
you-
friggin' scrotum.
You know what it is though? Like other than his chin, the rest of his face looks so human that's why he looks like real. They hold pictures of Joss Whedon up next to him, and it looks like Joss Whedon.
When they,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's just like why not just go with a regular guy and just like a little bit of makeup, like you know what I mean? But anyway,
I hate when I think it's such a dumb move when they take a good actor and they don't let him use his facial expressions.
yes.
Like if I can't
They
tell
are
who that
using
actor is, like man, like you fucked up.
Unless it's like a completely animated
Yeah,
movie,
like-
you know what I mean?
Like with the Steppenwolf, or even like why'd you spend so much money on like a world class actor? You could have gotten anybody.
Yeah.
like you just fucked his face anyway. His face is gone. It's not even him. So like I think it was a huge mistake when they covered what's his name, Tom Hardy. For
Yeah.
Bane.
Oh yeah.
Which like obviously Bane wears that little mask, but like I don't know, I kind of would have designed something that would be like let's show his face a little bit because Tom Hardy's such a great actor.
Or just you notice like everything that Tom Hardy is in, his face is covered up.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Mad
he was
Max?
Bane, Mad Max, and then
Wasn't he
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. He's all
Dunkirk.
covered up with
He
a
was
friggin'
he
Oh,
had
yes,
he was a pilot with the mask on the entire
Yeah, but
movie.
what about Inception and fucking?
Yeah, but not every movie, but the
Yeah.
majority of his
Majority,
movies.
80% of his
like,
movies
He was
he's covered
nominated for
up.
supporting actor in that movie that Leonardo DiCaprio won when he fights the bear in the woods.
Oh yeah,
He's like the villain in that.
what was the name of that movie? That
Yeah,
was
but he's
really
covered
good.
in like
Res-
mud.
Res-
His face is
Res-
like all
Revenant?
dirty.
Revenant.
The Revenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was really good.
It's good. Yeah, he's such a great actor. What about that one with him and his brother, UFC fighters, and they gotta fight each other? Warrior. It's
Oh, I
such
didn't
a
see
fucking
that.
great
Seen
movie.
that
Dude,
one.
you have to see it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, Tom Hardy's fucking awesome. Like you gotta just let him be. When you got
I
good
like
actors,
Michael B.
just let him-
Jordan though.
Bro, fuck that shit.
And Agostino, just for you guys to know, he hates Michael B.
I
Jordan.
hate Michael B. Jordan.
For some reason, and we tease him about it all the time.
I feel you guys brought me on here just so you can tease me.
Well, you're
in
gonna
Yeah.
see him in
front of
Infinity
audience.
War because I don't think he's dying in Panther.
Nah, you think he's gonna
No,
be?
he's
in
gonna-
Oh no! Wait, the Black Panther?
Yeah.
What
'Cause
about
he was the main villain in Black Panther?
who was?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I don't think he's dying. 'Cause
We don't
you're
know
gonna see him
anything
in
about it,
Avengers
yeah.
Infinity War.
No,
too.
we're not. We're not gonna see him in that.
No, just for Agostino's sake, he's gonna be there.
He's yeah, no, yeah.
He's trying to scare me from watching it.
They found out Agostino hates Michael B. Jordan and just want to put him in Infinity War.
Yeah, man.
But like what I like about Infinity War is just like every shot looked like massive. It didn't look like recycled like typical Marvel shots.
Yeah.
There is something different about this.
And
like
you know what's the big difference?
what's that?
Scale.
Scale. Yeah.
It
We-
feels fucking
it feels
epic.
It feels huge,
Yeah.
which Justice League didn't do. That was one of our first complaints. It just felt like it was just the main actors in a green screen studio the whole time. It felt like there weren't no people.
Yeah.
You didn't feel the scale of the world. And
just
like
for
the wor-
Spider-Man to have the spider sense come out and just like
Yeah, dude, I love that they showed that they addressed Spidey sense because he hadn't gotten it yet. Now you noticed that part in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
When his hair's stuck up and that just
when he
looks
got
so
goosebumps,
cool.
basically.
Yeah, that was that was so awesome. But it's like even that shot when they're in the Doctor Strange's sanctum or whatever, and like
When
Tony
Hulk fell
Stark,
from the sky?
yeah, and Tony Stark's going through the front door and all the people are running. It's just like they look like they're caught off guard. It looks like shit is going fucking down. Like this
That's what I'm
looks
saying,
epic,
dude.
This
It just
looks
looks
really
like shit's
good.
gonna go down in this movie.
Well, Kevin Feige also said that we're going to lose some Avengers in this movie, basically. So, like, this is going to be the last time we're going to see probably Tony Stark. I don't know.
Captain America, too, maybe.
Definitely going to. Captain America's done.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I actually really love all the characters, and I love all the actors that play them. I just don't necessarily like the movies.
Yeah.
But I'm actually pretty invested in all the actors. I mean, like, I don't know who else you could possibly get to play a Tony Stark or
Yeah.
a Captain America.
That was one of those lightning in a bottle castings that, like, same with, like, Wolverine. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
heard something about Robert Downey Jr.'s wife got him that audition, or like they at least recommended him.
I heard it was the guy who they replaced. What's his name? He was Rhodey in the first Iron Man movie. What the
Oh,
hell?
yeah, yeah,
Terrence
yeah.
Howard.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard,
Howard.
yeah.
I heard that Terrence Howard introduced, like, I think pulled him into the movie. That's what I heard.
You know what's funny? Before that, Robert Downey Jr. just got out of jail from like cocaine and
yeah.
all that shit. You know?
That like his image was not good, man. And then all of a sudden he just gets this, and he just
Turn it around.
turn around. Now you don't want to see anybody else's Iron Man. It's just like
he's
so
perfect
perfect.
for it.
I heard like he made $80 million last year.
Did he?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't
And
be
he only did
surprised.
the one movie.
Yeah, he's like he doesn't even have to carry the movies anymore. He just shows up, like you know what I mean. He's like, oh, it's Tony Stark. He doesn't need his own.
$80
His
million,
entire
dude.
story
That's
was like
ridiculous.
closed.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's such a good actor, though. I feel like that he's one guy that can walk away from a superhero franchise and get right back into normal, serious movies, and people will just forget about
have you
the
seen
Iron
Well,
Man.
Less
he's
Than
been-
Zero?
What is it?
Less Than Zero.
No.
It's basically the story of his life. Like he was a freaking drug addict, and then he was like really like crazy, like into drugs.
Oh,
And it's
damn.
basically like his. When you look at it, it's basically his life story. It's like around the 80s
Yeah.
with
Well, that sounds like a little passion project of his.
Like,
yeah, right.
Christian Bale walked away from Batman because he wanted to, like, do better roles because he's such a good actor and get back into serious roles. And I feel like we haven't really seen him much since. He did a couple movies where he got nominated for some supporting stuff, but he never won. And
I love Agostino's favorite actors.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
come on, man, he's a great actor.
He's a great
He's
actor.
okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Christian Bale.
I think Christian Bale is an incredible actor. I really like him.
hockey pants.
Not wearing hockey pads.
Man, he is a great actor. I
But
mean,
he
look at-
wasn't. I will say though, he wasn't my favorite Batman.
He's not my favorite Batman either.
Oh, who's your favorite Batman?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, is he really? Okay, me too.
Yeah.
See, we agree with Agostino sometimes, like.
People often mistake, like, I argue this with so many people. They go like, oh no, Christian Bale is the best Batman. So many people tell me that all the time. It's like, you're mistaking that because those movies were just really good.
Yeah, that's something I
Like,
was.
those movies are better than today's, like, Batman.
Yeah.
But Ben Affleck is better casted.
Yeah. Like, we were talking about this on our group chat thread, and I was talking about how I thought the Dark Knight movies were overrated. I didn't mean, like, the quality of the films were overrated. I'm talking about the fans' response to the movies.
Oh, they fucking love
and
that
how
shit.
you can't, like, you can never make another Batman movie. Now, Christopher Nolan, you're done. You
But
can,
the fans didn't even like Dark Knight Rises.
But they still regard it as, those are great. Those are great movies.
I mean, Heath Ledger just did such an amazing job.
There's
in
nothing
that.
wrong with those movies. They're good movies.
oh, there's a
They're
lot
not
wrong
bad
in the
movies.
third one, but
Like, it's not bad. It's not like Justice League.
yeah.
Do you guys ever feel
Man,
like...
isn't it kind of fucked up? We keep going. Why do we keep going back to
I know, I was
Justice
gonna say-
League?
I was
Dude,
gonna
we
say,
started
Operation
with the
No
Avengers.
Justice League has been failing so far
Yeah.
this whole podcast.
Oh man, it's so funny how we're
can't
just.
fucking believe how fucking.
I still can't believe how fucked up they made that movie. And then it's so funny because then the Avengers Infinity War trailer drops like the next week.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "Damn, now that's how you make a fucking team up
It
movie."
just seems like it's gonna be good, man. Every
Yeah.
little second of that trailer is like, oh, dude, it's serious, and the shit's gonna go down, and it's dark, and there's like serious music, and fucking Robert Downey Jr. is crying there for a second. You're like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
Because Marvel is patient. It took them 10 years to put them
Yeah,
all
they did.
together.
They
planted
knew how to
little
make their
seeds
fucking
here and
movies.
there.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
like
that's the
trying to put
smartest way to
everything-
do it is to take your time, milk the fuck out of that money.
So who do you think is gonna die?
I have no clue. I mean, I guess Robert Downey Jr. I'd have to guess.
Who
The
do you think?
expensive ones. ScarJo.
Yeah, I think Hawkeye is definitely gonna get it. Jeremy Renner. That's the only thing I don't like out of the Avengers is Jeremy
He's like
Renner.
a throwaway.
He's like, and you can tell it in the second movie where they felt so bad for him that they gave him like kind of like a huge
nice arc.
a nice arc in the second movie. It's just like, oh, here, cheer, you're just as important, little arrow guy. Like, like,
Little arrow guy.
but like, man,
I think Scarlett
just-
Johansson is gonna stay.
But people don't realize that. I mean, like, they're heroes, so Hawkeye is an Avenger, but he's just a straight up fucking murderer.
Yeah, he's a straight
That's what he
dude.
does. He just fucking kills people with his arrows.
I think
and so
he's,
does Black Widow.
He's enhanced too. He's not. They just
He's
didn't say it.
oh no, he didn't. He doesn't have anything special about him other than he can just aim really good, dude.
He's enhanced.
He's
Because,
not
dude,
enhanced.
Jumping off freaking buildings in the first Avengers is like, no normal person could do that.
He like if he is advanced, they don't really go into it
Yeah,
because
even
he's
Black Widow is enhanced too. She's like they just
no,
don't-
she's just a trained assassin. They got into that in the second movie. They just fucked with her mind.
No, but they're enhanced. But like not like
They're not
superhero
enhanced.
enhanced. They're just above average enhanced.
They just got trained well. That's all it is. I've seen.
they
I
have
haven't
like a
seen. I could picture anybody in the fucking Navy SEALs or whatever doing whatever Hawkeye does.
No.
Just
So
not
Anton,
as
if you
fast.
shot Hawkeye in the face with a gun, he wouldn't die.
No, he won't. He will die. Everybody die. In fucking Avengers die. I'm just saying
Not Hulk when he's in.
they
Hulk
have
mode.
like a super serum too in the comics. they have some sort of super serum that's not explained in Avengers.
Well, isn't like Iron Man also just a human being? And,
Yeah, that's
and
what he is.
He just built his own little
Yeah,
thing
that's
to keep
like
him
he's
alive.
basically
Well,
Batman.
so's Batman.
Right.
He's
Whoa,
a Marvel
whoa,
version of
apples and
Batman.
oranges.
Yeah, that's right.
because but in the comics, Black Widow and but Punisher is not. Punisher is just basically.
Yeah,
he's an
just a man,
anti-hero.
too.
Yeah,
he's not a
he's
hero.
just-
But Punisher's not showing up in these movies, right?
No, he's in the TV show, which
Right,
is
I
all
know.
in the same universe.
Right.
They reference the movies inside the
Really?
TV show, so he's in that world. With how many heroes did they say was going to be in Infinity War? Wasn't it like 60,
64 something?
60 something
Do you think he's going to make an
superheroes
appearance?
are going to be in it?
Do you think
I think
John Bernthal's going to make an appearance in this
I
movie?
wouldn't be
I don't know.
surprised.
I wouldn't be disappointed. I would actually be pretty excited.
Oh, I
'cause
love
he's a
him
great
as
actor
Punisher,
too.
dude. Watching the Punisher series.
And if this movie's going to be as serious and
They haven't
like
even
deep as
shown,
I think it is, it's going to be awesome.
Captain Marvel yet? Cause,
do you think they're going to introduce her in this?
or maybe at the end. At the end.
That could be cool.
Yeah. And Adam Warlock.
I love Brie Larson though. I can't wait to see
Brie
her as
Larson.
Captain Marvel.
I feel like
dude.
if you want to take guesses of like who's going to get killed off, think about the actors and who wants out. Who's going to want out of this franchise?
Well, I think
that's why I think Robert Downey Jr. for sure. Like he come on, he's known for nothing
They
else.
might not die in this movie, but the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Captain America, come on, like that guy's probably got to be a little.
Oh,
sick
because
with that.
is this still going to be split up into 2 movies?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
just different titled.
It's so smart.
Like
It's so
one
But
smart.
is-
are they
Infinity War.
filming both at the same time?
Yeah, they've been, I think.
So
They have all
when's
their
the
actors
second
here.
part going to come out? Is that
2
it's
more
not,
years.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They're milking this money, bro.
I know, but what I'm
And
saying
then
is
while those 2
but wait.
years, they're gonna be filming a whole new universe.
I know, but what I'm saying is that like if it's a 2-part, like it's literally the same movie just in 2 parts. Like how are they going to release the second part like 2 years later when there's other movies going on in between those that's supposed to take place after
It's gonna
Infinity
be
War,
kind of
right?
kind of like a Wonder Woman, like it's an other timeline stuff.
So it would
It's
be like
Captain
It's
Marvel.
before the
possible in
events of
Hollywood.
Infinity War.
It's Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, that's what. What's coming out before this?
Hmm?
We got
Black Panther.
We got Black Panther
Black
coming
Panther,
out.
yeah.
And what else? Ant-Man and Wasp,
Yeah.
and then in Avengers.
Captain Marvel. Then
No.
Avengers again.
No. Captain Marvel's not. I don't even think they started shooting that yet.
No, they already did. I think they're already.
No, they didn't shoot that yet. I don't think they shot that
No,
yet.
because after Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No,
then
what?
Captain Marvel shows, then Infinity Gauntlet. I think that's the title. because it's
Okay,
that
so
title.
wait. So the next Marvel movie coming out is Infinity War? No, it's Black Panther.
No, Black Panther, then Infinity War, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, then Captain Marvel, and then the next Avengers movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that's
get
the
you.
thing.
Man, that's gonna be weird keeping up with all that.
Well, we're gonna go back to
continuity.
DC now. Like we're going back to Dushihara.
Kevin Dushihara.
You know, when you rush something, it's just
Well, you heard what happened with that, right? Is because they didn't think that they were going to make it another year, and so they didn't want to push back the movie and have their bonus pushed to the next year where they won't be there. And so they wanted their bonus now. So they put out a movie.
fucking bonus.
Yeah, dude, they could have pushed it back to next year, dude.
We all got fucked on that one.
Yeah, we did. But that's why I feel like we're not getting fucked on Infinity War.
But the thing is, if they freaking did a better movie, their bonus might be higher, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, because they didn't
They're
think
not
they're
gonna be there.
They think they're leaving in like January, February. That's what we're hearing. And
contracts are
so
up
they
or
wanted
something.
their bonus now, so their bonus wouldn't get, because if they pushed the movie, their bonuses would have gotten pushed.
All right, let's go back to Avengers.
So anyway,
No, we keep going
I
back
know
to DC. Sucks.
it's like it's just a bad allergic reaction, because when we start talking about how things are great, we start getting mad about what was gone wrong in DC. Like, Infinity Wars, that's gonna be a fucking huge movie, dude. I think it's gonna be up there with fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, it's $1 billion club movie.
That's gonna break some records. Infinity War.
That's gonna be
But
it's a lot.
yeah,
of
is there
money.
anything else about Infinity War that you want to talk about?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Who are you most excited about to see Infinity War?
I have no answer. I'm not particularly.
All right,
excited
who do you want to
any of
see
them.
die first in Infinity War? Who do you want to die
I
first?
know that Spider-Man's not gonna die, but I would like to see that.
Yeah, he's the youngest one, so he's like, and he is the heart of Infinity War, though. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Civil War, he is like the heart of that thing. that comic book. But we have to talk about Black Panther because it's set in Wakanda, right?
Some of it looks like Captain America's stuff.
Yeah, they're all in Wakanda.
Yeah, it looks like there's shit going on all over the world.
You know what looks cool to me in this trailer is the fact that Captain America's character looks so dark. And he's like wearing
why
all black
Wakanda?
And stuff. I just want that.
Because his hair grew out longer and he has the beard and he's like edgy Captain.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah,
what they should have done with Superman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We want to see that.
Don't go back
side.
to DC. Don't go back to DC.
So why Wakanda?
There's a couple of reasons why. I know why you're thinking, but obviously because the Winter Soldier is there. He's been he's in freeze there, so they fucking thawed his ass out and woke him up and gave him a new arm, and probably because you think there's the Infinity Stone there,
the Soul Stone,
in
an African American,
African
Wakandan.
They got out of all the stones,
that's
got
where you get the Soul Stone, right?
Yeah, you know what those are, right, Agostino?
A Soul Stone?
That's all this like.
You gotta explain the Infinity Gauntlet to Agostino.
Marvel Cinematic Universe, like all the bad guys are looking after like the Infinity Stones. They're like these.
They're like the mother boxes.
They're like the mother boxes, but it's the Marvel's version, and they're all stones, and they're all. Every movie dealt with one, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, the
Power
First Avengers,
Stone,
all that stuff. And that's basically what this is. Now Thanos is going to get all those stones, and he's going to put them in his gauntlet, and he just wants to
destroy the universe.
Yep.
Oh, sounds like every movie ever.
All for a fucking fancy ass glove.
Just to get laid.
Just to get laid.
Because the whole story of that Thanos wants to court death,
yes.
which is Lady Death, or not Lady Death, but like death itself, which is he wants to kill everybody so that death would be happy, so he could get laid.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I didn't know that.
That's what the story of Infinity War is.
What? Damn, Death must be fucking giving it good.
But the thing is, the perception of Death is Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, she's Hela.
She's Hela.
So he's doing this all for Hela?
Maybe.
God
that's the
damn
biggest
it, Kate
thing.
Blanchett. Ruining
well,
Indiana
dude,
Jones.
I would do anything for Kate Blanchett. Like, have you seen her?
Yeah, she looked great.
Who's she married to?
Married to?
Is she married to like a famous actor?
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
But anyway, I think we're kind of done with Infinity
War. So that's
War.
why like Wakanda is a main stage in Infinity War.
Wait, has anybody been cast to play Captain Marvel?
Yeah, Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, we talked
just
about
talk
that. Yeah, I was talking about how much I love her. I think she's great.
I want to look at her right now.
Well, I think there's no official like picture of her
her
in the costume, but there's some like fan art.
There's some fan renditions of it
that look pretty good. But yeah, I can't wait to see that one. How do you think they're going to do that one, Anton?
What?
Like her movie.
I don't know.
Think they're going to go Wonder Woman with it?
Well, remember, like they're going to do Ant-Man and the Wasp as a rom-com?
Yeah.
Right?
Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be rom-com. I like it that Marvel's like trying to do different type of genres for each of their movies.
I so would love for Ant-Man to get killed off.
Why?
I fucking hate
his
that
movie.
actor.
His movie.
Paul Rudd
I hate Paul Rudd.
Why do you hate Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd is so.
Have you met Paul Rudd?
Ever? No, I haven't met him. He's so plain, but like I watch a lot of comedies and like he's so not funny. He's so ordinary.
Really? I
There's
think he's
nothing
funny.
special about him.
Yeah.
Like
I think he's funny.
I think like I've seen him in some movies where he's just playing like the lead's friend, and that's his role. That's the role he was born to do. But whenever they check out the comedy and they try to make him like the lead in it, it's so fucking awful.
Yeah, Clueless. He was in Clueless.
Yeah.
He was the brother in Clueless.
Yeah, that's who he should play. Brothers, friends, the neighbor. He's not a leading guy. I hated Ant-Man. I thought it was so boring.
Dude, Ant-Man is fucking amazing.
He's so not funny.
Ant-Man was fun. I liked Ant-Man.
I have zero fun watching him in any movie.
Okay.
Action, drama, comedy. Like, he's just so, like, vanilla ice cream.
What if he was in here right now?
I mean, I probably wouldn't tell him to his face. That's rude.
What if you got
I'm sure
cast?
he's not a bad person.
What if you got cast in the movie where he had to be, like, your best friend?
That's where he should be. But if I had to be his best friend,
Yeah, you have to be his best friend.
then he's the lead.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
But you guys had to be best friends in real life. It's in your contract.
I'll do it, but we'll have to probably like go back and delete this podcast. Like, oh man, I didn't mean it. I
You
was
gotta do
just
tummy
saying,
time with Paul Rudd.
I would do it. Listen, I'm sure he's a great guy. I have nothing against him personally, as like a human being.
Yeah.
Like I don't want him to die or anything. You know what I mean? I just, as an actor,
Why do you
I
get
don't
good
care.
movies?
Like, you know, like some actors you have, you just whenever you see that person's in it, you're like, it's not gonna be that great because they have a track record of not doing great movies.
I got the perfect movie for Agostino, a
What's
remake. Lethal Weapon with Paul Rudd and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be the perfect movie for
Paul Rudd,
Agostino.
They would fuck that up so bad. That's almost kind of perfect though. But they would fuck. Nah, Michael B. Jordan's too young.
I'm too young for this shit.
Too young for this shit. That's the tagline of the movie.
And Paul Rudd has to have long hair.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is actually the Murtaugh.
Yeah.
They just switch it.
They switch the roles.
And Michael B. Jordan is Riggs. That'd be awesome.
That was the best thing that came out of this conversation.
There we go. Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I have
Paul
nothing
Rudd.
else to say
Well,
about.
Paul, if you're listening, we like you. Agostino doesn't.
I bet you he's great. Probably gives money to charities. I don't know. I just he can't carry a movie on his own.
I met him before. He was very nice.
I bet you he is.
Yes.
I bet you he is.
All right. Well, hey, let's move on a little bit from Marvel, but we're not moving that far. Let's talk about DC. So DC, I mean not DC.
Disney.
Disney.
Why do we keep going back
Whenever
to
we
Disney?
feel bad, we just talk about DC.
They let us down so much. That's why
They did.
Our hearts
They
are
did.
broken.
But Disney is now back in talks with Fox about buying some of their media, some of their names, X-Men, Deadpool, and it was a Fantastic Four. That's are they with Fox? Yeah. And
Four stick.
Four stick. So how do you feel about that?
I don't know if they can afford it. Buy it.
What is Fox doing right with these heroes?
The R-rated.
So Deadpool,
Yeah. If they become,
which Agostino hates.
if they go back to Disney, they're not going to be R-rated anymore.
Well, I don't know, man. If they do, I think they'll still let Deadpool be Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't think they're
I
gonna.
don't want them to buy Fox. I want Fox to be its own thing.
See, that's the thing. Like, I was thinking about that. Like, I didn't want Disney to be this fucking monopoly of these big, huge names.
I just want them to have borrowed rights, I guess.
But I mean, if they own Marvel, all these characters are Marvel. They should go back. That's what Marvel fucked up is when they sold all their properties before they
No.
realized that they could be a
No,
movie
they didn't
studio.
fuck up. That's the best thing they did. But the thing is, they didn't know that they were gonna be this big.
Yeah.
Because without them selling that, Marvel would have been bankrupt a long time ago.
Give me an example of a time where Disney took a franchise or a character and
Star Wars.
ruined it.
No, not ruined it.
Ruined it. I don't know.
They've always had Indiana Jones, right?
No.
No,
Or do they have it later on?
that's
No,
Fox.
20th
was that?
Century Fox? That was Paramount.
Or Paramount. Yeah, Paramount.
Paramount.
But
Mountain,
didn't
yeah.
Disney buy Indiana Jones?
No,
Are
I
you sure
think
about that?
I think the rights might have gone back.
Lucasfilm owns Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
that's right because Disney bought Lucasfilm, so
Yeah.
now they own it now.
Lucasfilm's own, yeah. But
But,
the distributor is Paramount.
But they are doing another Indiana Jones movie. Speaking of which, with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which got pushed off.
pushed back a little bit. I think
Well, I just don't want Disney to be all powerful. So I want
that's
them to,
the only reason why is because like look what happens to a monopoly. I mean, like nobody's gonna be able to make movies. Everybody's just gonna work for Disney.
And that's what they want overall.
Yeah, that's what they wanna be the kings.
Why
I
do
don't
they
like
want it?
Was that?
Just
to get
make
the
money,
rights
that's
of
all they
Marvel
want.
back. To get the
To
X-Men has a big universe.
Yeah.
And once you get X-Men back, you get all the
Ooh,
big bad of
man.
X-Men.
Dude,
It's like-
if they got it, there'd be so many other movies. Like, it's going to be insane. It's going to be superhero overload because they're going to reboot everything. Everything. X-Men, fucking Fantastic Four.
that's what I really want to see a good version of.
I want to see that too.
I would be for it.
I kind of liked the last movie a
The
little
first
bit.
half.
I did too.
The first
actually.
half. It wasn't that bad. You can see where it went wrong.
Where studio fucking...
And you can see the lead actor not getting along with the director, and you can see that in some of his performances on green screen and
But
stuff.
as much as he hates Michael B. Jordan, I just get annoyed every time I see Miles Teller.
Miles Teller,
Really?
why?
I don't know why. It was like I don't know why. It's just like why does he get so much freaking movies?
He's
and
a good actor.
and he's not
I think
even
he's-
that good.
I
don't think
he's a good
good.
actor. I think he's a good actor. I saw him at the DMV once, and that
yeah.
proved that he was a good actor. I don't know how. No, it doesn't. I should hate him
I got nothing
because he
against
cut
him.
the entire line and he just got to hang out in the back behind the desk with everybody, and they were all waiting on him. It was like fucking goddamn it. But I still like him.
Yeah, boggles my mind how he gets every
Really?
role.
Here's the thing. I thought everybody in Fantastic Four was like properly casted. I enjoyed the
Yeah, I
cast
thought
of
so, too.
everybody. You know?
I actually kind of enjoyed that movie.
The ending was bad.
yeah, it was really bad.
The premise was so good, though.
Actually, you know, there's one person I hated in that movie. That was the guy who played Doctor Doom. And I see him in so much shit, and every time I see him in something, I don't like him.
Yeah, that guy too. It's very.
I don't like that guy who
But
played
Michael
Dr.
B.
Doom.
Jordan is there though.
But he's like my Michael B. Jordan. Whenever I keep seeing him in shit, I'm like, oh man,
Really?
yeah. Like what was it? He was in Kong Skull Island. And I remember when I saw him, all I kept on thinking about is how much I just didn't like him. And I was
That
like,
movie was
yeah.
pretty whatever too.
Well,
What,
but
Kong Skull Island?
Brie
I liked it.
Larson.
She was
saved it.
great. Oh yeah, she was fantastic in it. But I loved it. I loved that movie, Kong Skull Island, just because it was just like monster battles.
I like
It's
that
just
universe, though.
Open right up on King Kong, just being King Kong. That was like the
I
perfect
like that
thing that
universe.
they did. Yeah.
Matching up with Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, freaking
Yeah.
Hydra, whatever that fucking.
But anyway,
That's
so
another.
what would you want to see them? No, you just answer that with a
Silver
fucking
Surfer.
Silver Surfer. I wonder how that would happen.
Yeah, because Silver Surfer is supposed to be part of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big part because he's in Galactus.
Yeah, that was
for
the,
Galactus.
oh,
and shit like that.
yeah. The scene where in the trailers for Infinity War when you see the Hulk crash landed, apparently that's
I think
what
I
the
have a
Silver
theory.
Surfer is.
The reason they want to buy it because the next Avengers they want to deal with Galactus.
Oh,
Because
probably.
like he's the big bad.
Yep.
You know, like he eats planets.
Motherfucker ate a planet.
Dude.
If he ate Uranus
something.
and then it came out his anus.
I think he eats planets, but he's fucking huge.
Uh-huh.
Like Thanos is a titan, and he's a freaking he devours universes or something.
He needs to count his continents. He needs to start counting my. I'm counting my continents. Thank you.
The fuck are we talking about?
Do you have
have
Earth
no
gluten free?
I'll have a moon for dessert.
moon for dessert. Which moon?
Oh,
though?
the sun burnt my tongue. It burned my tongue. I didn't wait for it to cool down to be a red dwarf.
Let me get that Milky Way to cool it off. So stupid.
Silver Surfer.
I'll tell you what. I would. I actually like the last Fantastic Four. I like Miles Teller. I think he's a good actor. But if they redid it, I would also totally be cool with that too. Because like I'm sure they could do better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's better actors out there. And I'm not that in love with that franchise. Just let it go. Who cares? Let's do it better.
That's the franchise. Like, that's the franchise I care least about.
Yeah, I
is
guess you're
Fantastic
right.
Four. I mean, like, that's why I reboot it. They could reboot it once a year, and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, just
Like,
keep
when
rebooting
you
it.
follow what Marvel's doing, they're really like gearing up to get it back. Because
Yeah.
why did the Avengers Tower move out of New York?
why?
Because that's where the freaking
Baxter.
Fantastic Four.
Is that
Yeah.
the Baxter
It sounded like
building?
you were
Yeah.
doing like a knock-knock joke. Why did the Avengers move out?
he likes to sound smarter than he is. He likes to he's got the upper hand.
No, like
he's about to
remember,
teach you
because
some shit.
They're gonna fucking put them in New York.
Okay. Well, then how come they haven't referenced them?
Well,
because they don't have
haven't
the
bought it.
rights.
They don't have the rights
They
yet.
don't got
but-
the right.
I think
They're
that I think
prepping for
Disney
it.
would do good with it.
Yeah. Oh, Disney would tear that up. I
Make it
think.
into like a major motion picture that people actually give a fuck about.
Well, it's so funny because like they make so much money that it's just like it gives the filmmakers like room to breathe to make it good. Just be like, hey, listen, we want the quality. I don't think they ever really sacrifice their quality that much in movies.
It's funny though because Mr. Fantastic is my least favorite superhero.
Yeah, he's just I don't get it. I like Johnny Storm. That's cool. And the Invisible Woman and the Thing, which is basically the Hulk, but only he's stuck as the Hulk.
He's like a rock.
He's just
he's like Korg.
Dude, that's what I loved about the Fantastic Four reboot is like when he transformed into the Rock and he was just a
bitter.
rock. But the thing is, like he was stuck in a rock pile and he was just so scared. I'm like, I fucking loved that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
They made that power feel scary, you
Because
know.
being stretchy and bendy, You remember that episode of Family Guy when like everybody had superpowers and Meg just had the nails? I was like, what the fuck? I just have nails. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's just like he's just wobbly. He's just a wobbly superhero. Like, really, what can you do? Can you punch somebody really hard?
But make your penis longer.
Not really hard, but you can punch them if they're way over there.
Yeah,
That's about it. Bet you can't punch that guy. Oh,
I mean, it's useful for the story, but admit it, if that was your superpower, you'd be disappointed.
Sure, but
it can be useful
for porn.
You don't even have to look at that as a superpower, though. You don't even have to look at them as heroes. They really just was like a scientific experiment that went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they say Marvel was, right? Like, they're all experiments. Accidents are... They don't want to be super. They kind of fall into becoming a superhero.
So here's something I want to ask you. Seeing how Marvel and Disney, they're kind of making... Even though they're all in the same cinematic universe, they're giving the movies like different type of genres. What kind of genre would you like to see them do as a
Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four, if they made that a different type of genre, like kind of movie?
That's kind of tough. You just threw that at me right now.
I mean,
now
I know because I love coming up with these questions, you know, because like the first Ant-Man was supposed to be a heist movie. It's a heist movie. Now they're saying the next one is a romantic comedy. Thor Ragnarok was a 90s slapstick. All the Captain America ones, they were all like political
spy movies.
Spy movies. I mean, Spider-Man: Homecoming was in like an
John Hughes
80s teen comedy. Like, what would you want to see the Fantastic Four genre? Like horror? That's probably would make that scary.
Wasn't it supposed to be like The Breakfast Club? Could be that maybe.
No, The Breakfast Club was supposed to be Spider-Man.
Was that?
Yeah,
Breakfast Club?
that was supposed to be like Breakfast Club.
I don't know, man. Like,
but what genre would you like to see Fantastic Four in the superheroes?
Western.
Oh, Western.
What else is there?
Every cowboy would make fun of Mr. Fantastic's fucking wobbly powers. He's just like shooting them with the 6-shooters, like wow, he's just like wobbling out of the way.
I don't know, man. Like, what else?
I would kind of like to see it something like the new Power Rangers movie, which is like, I don't know, kind of like an action
that was
sci-fi.
Breakfast Club, the new Power Rangers.
Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
How about like a corporate thriller?
A corporate
thriller?
A corporate thriller. That wouldn't be very. I don't know.
Because they're like
Nancy
rich,
didn't clean the microwave again.
You know, like, what else is there? Like, freaking.
It's
They're
a corporate
scientists.
thriller.
Oh, the thing keeps stinking up the bathroom, the unisex bathroom.
Make it like one of those doctor movies, like ER or something like that. Or
That was Doctor Strange.
is that Doctor
That was
Strange?
I never
basically
saw
like
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Am I missing out? Do I need to see it to watch the new?
No, you don't
Infinity?
need to see it, but it's
have
still
to.
worth
Really?
checking out because it's really.
It seemed really boring to me.
You have to, because that tells you about the time stone.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those movies
And Doctor
because
Strange is a big part of Infinity War too.
my favorite part about the Doctor Strange movie was like his whole like training into the whole thing, like because they set it up where he was kind of like Tony Stark. He was just like this cocky doctor, and then he gets in a car accident, and his like fucking hands don't work no more.
It's in Netflix, so
Yeah,
free.
go check it out on Netflix. It's not
All
bad.
right.
Maybe you
Probably not gonna do that.
I still can't figure out a proper like freaking genre.
a genre for Fantastic Four.
Western, he said.
Western.
That's the only thing.
Western.
That's the only thing Marvel hasn't done yet. Like,
I mean, because look at what. Not to go back to DC, but something that they announced that I liked was that the Green Lantern Corps was going to be kind of like Lethal Weapon in space. Like it was going to be a fun buddy comedy type of thing. You know what I mean? But Fantastic Four, I don't know, musical.
we could do sci-fi thriller.
You're basically saying you
Sci-fi
guys
thriller.
give so little shits about Fantastic Four, you could do anything. With
Yeah,
it.
you literally
like,
do.
like Alien in a space station because they're trapped in a space station and shit like that.
Or an artsy piece,
I like the Breakfast
Or a
Club
silent-
style
a silent
with a little
film.
sci-fi mix.
a black and white
Yeah,
silent.
but you got to think about the characters. One's a genius doctor, right? Like one's another genius, the girl, like Sue Storm. One's a freaking
everybody's a fucking genius. They're all
Yeah,
geniuses.
they're all
Flaming
in their
Torch.
field, so they're all scientists. So it's just gonna be a documentary.
So they met at college.
be a documentary. Because they're all freaking scientists.
Okay.
It's like found footage documentary kind of thing, maybe.
What about like a time travel? Who's doing time travel? Somebody's doing time travel first.
That's Cable.
Cable.
No, that's Cable. Is that Cable?
Yeah, that's Cable. Cable time travels. He's gonna be in Deadpool 2.
Is that Cable or
Augustino
Bishop?
doesn't care. It's Cable. He's Cable.
Is it Cable? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So.
But anyway, yeah.
So what about if Disney buys X-Men?
They're definitely gonna reboot it.
They get everything back. Most of their universe back if they get X-Men.
Oh man, could you imagine? Because they would be the next part of the Avengers, probably. Were they a part of the Avengers?
Yeah. They're all part of Infinity War. Infinity War, the whole Marvel universe is in Infinity War.
That would be interesting to see who would play what. Who do you think they would recast as
'Cause I think in
Professor
Civil
X?
War was the Mutant Registration Act too that they were fighting. Not like Sokovia Accord shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the real Civil War. Like, it's been a long time, but like, yeah, that's one of those like things. But yeah, let's move on from this.
Okay.
We're moving on from the whole topic.
Oh well, do you have something else that you want to say?
I don't know. I mean, we only talked about fucking Fantastic Four. We
Oh no, yeah,
totally
well, no,
neglected those
yeah,
other two
well,
movies that
X-Men,
they might
but
get.
like, all right, so if X-Men was gonna be
Which are the only
rebooted-
movies out of the three that people give a shit about?
Yeah. Well, who do you think? What do you think they would just reboot like straight up X-Men, or do you think they'd do character at a time?
They're gonna do character at a time.
You think
They're
so?
always going to do that. Everyone's always going to do that.
You think so?
Except for
One
the whole
character-
X-Men thing, but like, there's a bunch of characters.
So who do you think they would do first? Wolverine?
Nah, they're gonna step away from Wolverine. I think for a little bit. They're gonna start with like Jubilee or Gambit, the ones that have.
Oh no, that they're filming the Gambit movie in February.
Yeah, but that's still Fox. That's not Disney.
Who would be Professor X?
Well, I think that if
J.K. Simmons?
that movie comes out, yeah, if that movie comes out, the Gambit movie, and like Marvel buys it,
It's gonna be an
it's-
R-rated movie too, right? The
I
Gambit
don't know.
movie?
I don't think it's gonna be R-rated. I
I
don't
gotta
know.
check about that. Like, yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Because they're doing well doing R-rated movies, and I don't want them to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Disney, you know, Disney's general audience, no matter what.
Logan and Deadpool.
Who would be...
Professor X.
Well, no. Liam Neeson just shave his head. No, who would be Wolverine that's better than Hugh Jackman? He is fucking Wolverine.
I don't know, man. It would have to be like
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Just
man.
do it.
I'm surprised Shia LaBeouf hasn't popped up in one of these superhero movies.
He's done.
He's done, man. Nobody's gonna work with him anymore.
No, man, he can be like Venom. That would be
Ooh, well,
great,
Tom
actually.
Hardy's playing Venom.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
completely
that
forgot
too.
about that.
Yeah, they had a picture of him
Well,
this
that's
week.
Sony.
Is that still
He
going to
was-
happen?
He was teasing a picture. It almost looked like he was in tactical
Wait,
gear.
is he in his own movie?
Yeah, he's Venom.
And then he's going to
I
show
just
up
can't
in a
see
Spider-Man
how that
movie?
will work without Spider-Man.
I was going to say Tom Hardy could be Wolverine.
Well, it's like I think they're setting it up for when Marvel's done with their version of Spider-Man and Tom Holland goes back to Sony, that they're gonna have like a Spider-Man team-up movie with
Oh, really?
Venom, but he's never gonna be in the
Disney's
Marvel
gonna buy
cinematic.
Sony too.
Don't you think he could be a good Wolverine?
Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be a great Wolverine, but he's
He's so
Venom.
in love with Tom Hardy.
I like Tom Hardy a lot. I think
He's great.
he is great.
He wants to bone him so bad.
So bad.
Do you?
Tom Hardy.
His little ass dick.
Did you see Dunkirk?
No.
You
I've never
didn't see
seen it.
Dunkirk?
Oh, you gotta go
Oh
see
man,
Dunkirk.
that's so
I like
good.
him and Christopher Nolan movies. Why have I not seen it?
Why? When
I
is
don't
when
know.
is Dunkirk
They're
gonna
still
come
playing.
out on?
Still
No, it's
playing
not.
theater. You can movie
It's
pass
at the
it.
Dollar Theater.
Is
You
it
c-
really?
You can movie pass it. It's still playing somewhere.
How? What's like fucking? That came out before Stephen King's It.
You know where it's probably playing? It's probably playing in that little old Pacific theater that you always want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to by the house.
I
They
heard-
always play old
I
movies.
really want to go to this old theater by my house.
They
It's,
play movies that like are on airplanes,
Yeah.
like right before they come out on DVD.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me get my Movie Pass app. I bet you it's on there. So Movie Pass, we all have the Movie Pass where we pay $10 a month, and
$6.95 now.
yeah,
I guess.
Pacific Sherman Oaks 5. Let's see here.
What do they have there?
Oh, they have nothing there right now because
Just search
it's like
for
8 at
Dunkirk
night.
and Fandango, and they'll show you. Whatever.
No. But what I do want, because I really want to buy that movie when it comes out on Blu-ray.
You gotta
And-
get Blu-ray.
I'll just
and-
wait then and come over
But
your house and watch
Stephen King's It It movie is going to be on digital release in like the Monday after Star Wars comes out.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna tell Agostino first though. If you want to watch Dunkirk, we gotta watch it in theater.
Okay, here's
Because
what's at that little
that's
tiny
how intense
theater.
it is.
You ready?
What's that?
Here's what's at that little tiny theater by your house, the old one.
Which one?
They have Murder on the Orient Express, which like that already went there. You know that movie probably sucks. The Star, that cartoon about like Jesus or something like that.
Okay.
Blade Runner 2049.
I
which
still haven't seen that.
I still haven't seen it either. Wow, I can't believe we both didn't see
I
that.
haven't
Such a
seen
good
that.
movie.
Was it really good?
Oh yeah.
Last Flag Flying. I actually want to see that. That's like a dramedy with Steve Carell and Bryan Cranston, and
I don't
Lawrence
know.
Fishburne.
I like Bryan Cranston.
It's a remake. It's
I don't
about
know.
like Steve Carell's son who like died at war or something, and they're all supposed to. They're like
Dude,
helping him get over it.
we can get Dunkirk on digital HD on December 12th.
Really?
We can get that. That's less than 10 days away.
Wow, dude, they have some good movies at that little theater. We should go.
Yeah. You're ragging on it.
Want to go
They
see
only
the
show
Last Flag
airplane
Flying
movies.
with me?
Yeah.
I
And
know
go to the
they
barrel
were
afterwards.
playing Dunkirk for a little while. I was
Mhm.
actually gonna go see it, but I don't know why. I just haven't gone to that theater yet. I really want to go.
Mhm.
It feels like it's gonna be like the way that movie theaters used to be because it's so old.
Yeah, it has those chairs that like the seat folds up.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get up, it flies back up.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I love them. I remember those seats. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Getting blowjobs in those seats. Like you remember?
I kind of would like them. I like Disney. I think sometimes they have their shit together, more than other production companies. They got their shit together. I really wouldn't mind them taking any of these categories and changing them a little bit.
What if they bought DC? Would you be okay with that?
Disney owns
You
DC
you were
Marvel?
just saying that they don't ruin anything.
Based on, no, I didn't say they don't ruin anything, but based on where DC is right now, how much worse could they make it? Just let them do it. Somebody take it. Let Pixar take it.
So anybody, Sony.
Like, honestly, if Pixar took it, I'd be like, oh, thank God. At least somebody knows how to make a fucking movie.
Why can't here's the thing is like DC they do a lot of anime. Their animated
Lego
department.
Batman was fucking amazing.
That's what I was thinking was like the whole 3D like the whole Pixar 3D animation. Why don't they do that with like a superhero? Like you see it in like bits in the video games. Why don't they make a badass just fucking 3D animated movie?
in Alex Ross style art.
Yeah,
I don't want to
dude.
see that. I wouldn't want to see that.
Oh, I would. That'd be fucking so rad.
I
Dude,
love
the
putting
DC
great actors
animation
into those
department is
characters.
doing fucking well, dude. Their animations are so good.
I'm gonna show. After this, I'm gonna show you a video, and it would probably change your mind. But anyway,
We're
yeah,
back to
that would
DC again.
back to DC. Well, we're talking about Disney buying Fox.
DC.
What about like I kind of like
Give him many ideas.
this might be a bad example right now, but I kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and I love what Disney did with it.
yeah.
Besides the last two movies,
I didn't see. I saw the first, second, and third one, and
which
you
are
know
all
what?
amazing. They're great.
I
The fourth
think
one's like shit.
The third one was kind of starting to drag
first
me out
one
a
is
little
just
bit.
like
The first one is
classic.
just perfect.
The fourth one is shit, and then like this recent
That's
one that
Gore
just came out was
Verbinski.
okay.
It's like that's a beautiful
Yeah.
done movie.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh yeah.
Black Pearl.
Dude, I love that one. That one was
Then
so
I got
good.
Involved with all the characters. The story was just so perfect. Great special effects and everything, and just the stories on the ship. I would love for them to take like
I'm
an
just
X-Men
sick
and
of
put
Jack
that kind of
Sparrow
feel.
though. Like if you're gonna do pirates, do a different character. not
Yeah,
Jack
I would
Sparrow.
like to. Yeah, I would like to see a different
Tired of
fun
Johnny
pirate
Depp.
character.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of Johnny Depp.
You
I'm
know?
done with his shit.
You know?
I really am. Like he used to be a good actor.
He's like an older Paul
his
Rudd.
early career, you can take like his last three movies and be like, whoa, they're completely different characters. Now everything he does is just Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Like he's
like
just
this
always
weird
acting like Jack
animated
Sparrow.
type of. He thinks he's like a character actor.
Yeah, and he's like he's gonna be the new villain in like the Fantastic Beasts franchise that they just started.
Wasn't
Oh,
he in
is he?
Black Mass? Was that?
He was in
that
Black
good?
Mass.
Black Mass.
I liked Black Mass.
It was
I
okay.
thought it was okay.
It's a little too long.
I haven't seen it yet. But like,
He was fantastic
He
as
is good
Whitey
in it.
Bulger though. He that was one of those movies where I was just like, oh, like because he was just doing like the Willy Wonka type of weird characters, and then all of a sudden he
And
goes,
then all of a sudden Black Mass
Yeah,
dropped
like,
on us. So I was like,
oh,
oh,
man.
yeah.
yeah, because he was
forgot
in
Johnny
Donnie
Depp used to be
Brasco
good.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
oh,
like,
dude, seeing
Donnie
him, but
Brasco's
seeing
so
him
good.
as Whitey Bulger was so because I grew up in Boston, I knew all about Whitey, and just like the way that he moved and talked was just so much like him. It was so
and the
eerie.
accent comes out right here.
Yeah,
see?
that's right. He's
Yeah.
a fucking Boston accent out there.
Yeah.
And you guys already know I could give a flying fuck if they took Deadpool and did anything with it.
Oh, I love Deadpool. I
fucking
like where
hate
it's at.
Deadpool.
I think it's a really good movie.
Would if Disney took Deadpool, would they, like we were saying, would they just say, hey, you guys take the reins and just keep doing what you're doing? It's making money.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they just keep it. If
Yeah,
it's not
just
broken,
keep,
they'll
you
fix
guys
it.
keep doing what you're doing. We just own you,
Yeah.
but just keep doing what you're doing because it
I
makes
don't
money.
know.
Then why buy it? Just for the money or just for the ego? So Disney
Because
can say we got our.
no, because Marvel wants everything back.
But they want all their characters back. They want all their superhero characters back because they're running out, dude. They're running out. I mean,
X-Men has everything.
if all these people are leaving, they need a new. I think they're gonna replace them with X-Men and Fantastic
Because
Four.
Deadpool is the X-Men universe. That's all they need to get is X-Men. Once they get X-Men back, they get Logan, Deadpool, Colossus, whatever. They're
Yep.
all under the X-Men blanket of like characters. There's like so much.
Yeah.
X-Men is the biggest like
They could do a completely fucking brand new universe with just
Yeah.
X-Men and not even
I'm not
bring it
gonna
into
mind
the
if they
MCU.
redo it.
I wouldn't mind either. I mean, the X-Men movies were great for what they were when they were there.
I only like the first
They
one, and then I
did
kind of
start off
the
the second, the third. Is it the third? Like superhero boom.
It was the first one.
No, first
because
is Superman. Then
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Then the 1989 Batman.
Yep.
Then the X-Men started
And
again
then
in the 2000s.
well,
right?
technically Blade did, and then
Blade,
then X-Men, and then Spider-Man was what brought it to the whole new level.
Yeah.
I mean, X-Men did really well, but when Spider-Man came out, that was like what was that, $114 million
That's 2000
opening?
That's 2002, right?
Was it, I think
2002,
that was
2001.
2002 or 2003. I forget, but that fucking
What, the first Spider-Man?
yeah, with Tobey Maguire.
2002, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man came out in
I
2008.
challenged myself.
And now
Yeah.
it's
Well, they tried to do that.
2017.
Well, after Spider-Man, they tried. What was that? It's really windy
Santa
here.
Ana
The
winds.
garage doors banging over. And then they tried to do the Incredible Hulk, and that just went to shit. Both of those
Did
movies.
it 3 times?
They did it 2 times.
2 times.
They did once with
Yeah, I worked
Eric
on that
Bana, and then and then there was the one with what's his name? Edward Norton.
Edward Norton,
Which one did you work on?
that one.
The Edward Norton one. What did you do on there?
I
Talk
worked
about
for,
it.
X-Men.
2002.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want
I
to talk
got
about
fucked
it.
over with that.
You got
company.
fucked over with that. Okay.
Yeah.
But did you actually work on the Incredible Hulk? Like
Not on the Hulk.
not on
This
the
is
Hulk,
like
other
computer
stuff.
shit, yeah.
Okay.
Computer screens and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So, I got sidetracked
Yeah.
because the wind is scaring me. It's all blowing over our heads. But anyway, what were we talking about?
You were talking about Spider-Man changed the game
Oh yeah,
in 2002.
we're trying to think about the different eras of superhero. That's where we started talking about.
I mean, different eras.
You like Superman started, then 1989 Batman, and then X-Men, and that's why we kind of want to see. It's okay to
There was some
reboot
Fantastic Four and
X-Men.
Punisher right in the middle of that too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
I think that's right. That's right. And it's so funny because all those movies could be remade now.
when Marvel was bad,
Yeah.
Marvel made a bunch of bad shit in the 90s and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that, until they found their groove in Iron Man.
That's right. Iron Man.
What bad
Man
movies did
said
they
it.
make in the 90s?
They did the first Punisher.
All right.
They
What was
did the
that
first
actor's name?
Fanta-
Jane something?
It was what the fuck
No, it was
his name?
Dolph Lundgren first.
Dolph Lundgren.
Really?
Dolph Lundgren was the first Punisher
Was he really?
In what
before
year?
Thomas Jane. It's like 90, 92 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
He did a Punisher movie?
Yes.
I want to fucking go watch that right
Go
now.
Search it, dude. Like
No
Dolph
way.
Lundgren. Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
That's
Dolph
hilarious.
Lundgren. See, there's a thing when you're this old, you fucking remember that shit.
But
You probably
anyway,
weren't even born yet, or
We
something.
gotta keep this podcast moving along.
You go ahead.
So-
I'm with you guys.
All right. Well, there's other news in movie land today that just before we started the podcast, I was reading that Quentin Tarantino is now going to be directing a Star Trek movie, possibly. He pitched one to JJ, and now JJ, I guess, hired a writing team and development team for Quentin Tarantino, and now I guess he might be directing a Star Trek movie.
He pitched to JJ.
Apparently he's a huge Star Trek fan, and he pitched it to JJ.
I could see Tarantino as
Yeah.
a Star Trek.
Oh,
Dolph
man.
Lundgren is 1989, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Punisher.
Oh, that's cool. I want to watch that. Yeah. So Tarantino is gonna do a Star Trek movie, and I think that's gonna be. I don't know. Like, I like what Tarantino does. You know what he does really well is
They're all gonna be in just the bridge of the Enterprise talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, because like for his movies, like his original movies, like they have these long drawn out scenes where the dialogue just goes down these spirals of like intellectual thought. Like it's just like you just listen to the way these scenes play out. I'm like, I don't know how are they going to do that with Star Trek.
Well,
Like,
Star Trek is more intellectual.
It's sci-fi. There's something happening. There's supposed to be something happening in like every scene. I wonder how he's gonna like. I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of Star Trek either, so I honestly I bet
Neither
you
am I.
I bet you he would make it for the better.
You know what?
Adding that story style to it that he does, it might actually help it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I saw the first one. I really liked the first one.
I actually enjoyed the last one.
The second one, I still haven't even seen the last one. I saw the second one. I thought the second one was okay.
I enjoyed the last one.
But I still haven't seen the last one.
I enjoy all of them. You know me. There's
Yeah.
not really a bad movie that I would say except for Justice League.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
Justice League is not bad. There's a good movie in there that just got fucking. We're back again to fuck that. All right, so let's go back to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed like the last one, like the Fast and the Furious directed
Yeah,
Star Trek.
I guess
Yeah.
it wasn't Idris Elba in this one as the bad guy.
Yeah.
In part in
Whoa,
Star
bro,
Trek
that's
3.
some gnarly ass wins
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's gonna blow away.
Yeah. So yeah, Idris Elba was the main bad. And they kind of macrossed it,
What do you mean?
where music saves all of them.
Did they really?
Yeah.
In that third one?
Like Sabotage, dude.
That's
Dude.
anime.
That Star Trek fucking Quentin Tarantino movie is never going to happen.
You don't think so?
You know why it's never going to happen?
Why?
Because way before they even start filming that shit, someone's going to out Quentin Tarantino for sexual harassment.
Nuh-uh.
There's no way he never sexually harassed anyone.
You
Get
think
the
so?
fuck out of here.
I think it's all with permission.
Look at Quentin Tarantino, bro.
I don't know,
You
man.
telling me that dude, with all his power and how ugly he fucking is, never tricked anybody to fucking him or sucking his dick? Also, fucking how many movies Uma Thurman was in with Weinstein? You know she blew him and she's not saying anything.
Because she got
And now
famous.
and then she was in movies with fucking Tarantino. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Actually, the whole
man.
Star Trek thing is just an illusion so that people don't fucking question him. I'm gonna keep busy with Star Trek. That's it.
He wants to get fans good on his side, so in case
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
bad comes out.
Well, everybody Tarantino freaking hired got popular and fucking made money, so I don't think anybody's gonna rat him out if he ever did something.
Just assume anybody with that much power who's an ugly man.
What do you think? If
has
something
sexually
would
harassed
come out
someone.
in Tarantino's closet, what would you think it would be?
I don't know, man.
just the same as everybody else.
I think
Kid
it's
pornography?
Just, no.
No, I
See,
would
now
just
we're
say,
going
like-
into fucked up shit.
I would
like,
just say like women harassing women, maybe men,
Men?
but
possibly,
definitely
but
women.
how fucked up is that we're assuming people who
Yeah.
like have nothing, nobody's come out and
Because
said anything about
Agostino is
them.
here.
That's right.
The shit that
It's
comes
like
out
you
of
can
Agostino-
literally say that about any famous person who's
Yeah.
been famous a long time.
No,
and,
you
like,
can't.
Like you could.
Listen,
Everybody has a dark side.
if you come out and you tell me Robert Downey Jr. sexually harassing me, I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You got lucky that day. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, shut the fuck up. Oh, you sexually harassed. Get out of here. People said that shit about Mel Gibson. Oh, really? In the 80s, you were crying about it? Mel Gibson was like the hottest dude in fucking movies at the time in the 80s.
Agostino's
that-
bone him.
That,
I'm just saying, like, if every woman would just like have a poster up of these guys at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just full of shit. Like there's certain guys that people say like, "Oh, you sexually harassed me." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Someone said about Patrick Swayze in
yeah,
the
that
80s.
was kind of fucked up.
Like,
If
shut the
somebody
fuck up.
died, like he can't even defend himself
Yeah.
right now.
He can't even defend himself, but like it was in the 80s, and like he was like also one of the best looking guys on the movie.
Well,
screen.
I think having power fucks with you, especially when it comes fast and you don't know how to do anything else, and so you just want to hold on.
I think
to
it's
it.
more of a producer thing. That's why it's called the producer's chair. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that name for no reason.
Spacey's not a producer.
Well, he did.
Oh yeah,
He
that's right. He
produced
did. He
something,
did produce some stuff.
Yeah.
But he's still known as
But
an
man,
actor.
look at it. Dude, look at all the guys that like it's actually sticking. Like the story actually sticks.
Yeah.
They're all like older,
'Cause it's
ugly,
multiple
creepy
people.
dudes abusing their power.
I think it's like the people who like there was so much of it going on that it was just rumors within the own camp anyway that those are the people that are getting taken down. But if it's just like if there's not a lot of people coming forward, I think the victims don't tend to fucking come
And
out.
back
you know?
then there was no internet too. Internet is a big part of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know the Patrick Swayze girl, like for the last like 30 years, she's been telling people at like Christmas parties, like one time
Well, yeah.
Patrick Swayze came on to me. We had like a little thing. They've been bragging about it, but all of a sudden it's trendy now to fucking out people. So they're like, "Oh my god, I was abused." Like, shut the fuck up. You've been bragging about it for years.
Oh boy.
What? It's the truth, man.
Well, you don't know the truth.
You don't
Nobody
know the truth.
No, we don't know.
I don't know the truth, but if I had a large
If you
sum of
boned
money,
Patrick Swayze back in the 80s, you would be bragging about it.
I would be bragging about it. Bro.
See? That's exactly what Agostino was thinking.
Oh boy.
No,
He's
dude.
putting himself in the mix. Like if that was me, this is what I would do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, I would bet money that Tarantino is gonna be outed soon.
You
I
think
doubt
so?
it. No, everybody likes working with him.
I think
Everybody
something bad's
loves
gonna happen. Start coming out soon about Bryan Singer.
There's something bad already.
I meant like there's something came out, but it was before the big rush of the Harvey Weinstein. We'll call it the Harvey
has a
Weinstein.
little kid too. Or
Apparently,
like,
there was some like young teenagers at Hollywood pool parties that Bryan Singer frequented. That was what it was a while ago.
I've been freaking harassed by producers,
Yeah.
dude. Like I've been offered cocaine and freaking by like gay producers.
Well, bro, you're the belle of the ball.
Look at you.
Freaking
Have you seen his
and-
butt? Have you seen his butt?
and wanted to freaking make out with me.
Why
Like-
didn't you?
Dude, why
Well,
haven't
because
you
I
added
just
these
shoved
guys?
him, pushed him, and freaking
Just
left.
Tell them to keep quiet for $1 million.
But I'm not gonna rat that person out. Like it's like freaking. He's
Yeah,
drunk.
of course not. Hey,
Like,
we've all
he's-
gotten drunk and tried to
Yeah.
fuck a dude, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
freaking-
Right? No,
I would have rat him out.
No.
It's like he's not a bad person. He was just drunk and he was like going for what he wants.
But mainly because Bryan Singer left the Bohemian Rhapsody project, the Freddie Mercury biopic movie. And I think that I also heard that he was getting in fights with the lead actor for a lot too, like
I know.
creative differences. But
Freddie Mercury might have a dark
like
side too.
they broke for no, he had a fucked up side. There's
Yeah.
something else I heard about him from a I need to watch this documentary, but Freddie Mercury was a pretty fucked up guy, I heard. Like he
For you to have that mustache,
I heard.
dude, this is
I
like-
need to. I'm not gonna say it, but I think there was. Oh, I'm gonna say it. Somebody I knew was watching a documentary about him. They were telling me about the fucked up shit he did. Like he knew he had AIDS, and he willingly just had sex with other dudes, just knowing that he was gonna give them AIDS
Oh,
and shit.
that's fucked up.
That's like some fucked up shit.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
He's doing the
Right.
sheen.
But now they're but I don't know.
When you're
That's
contagious and you're like purposely
Yeah, it's
fucking
fucked.
getting people like
that's some fucked
that's
up
murder
shit.
right there.
But
right?
but apparently the lead singer and Bryan Singer didn't get along, and I guess right before Thanksgiving they broke, and now Bryan Singer's not coming back, and the studio's already trying to replace him, and they're saying health reasons, but then they were saying he was getting fight on set. I think that he just there's a big wave of fucking
there's some shady shit.
shit. Something's going on. I think he's gonna get in trouble
It's
again.
Hollywood. It's shady.
Listen, let's get serious for a second.
Accept it.
If I was a homosexual man
Mm-hmm.
and I was in prison for like 3 years in isolation in a little room, 4 walls, no TV, nothing, and then somebody gave me a poster of Michael B. Jordan, I would flip it over and jerk off on the back.
Agostino Zoida.
Oh man! See, we had to bring the comedian on. Just go to town. I know you got some jokes about Michael B. Go ahead.
No,
Lay it
it's
on
fine.
us.
It's good. I got it all out. That was fine. I got it out.
He's
Well,
gonna use that
hey.
in his next set. Watch.
Well, hey, let's start wrapping it up onto our final
Oh,
topic, and it's
What's
something.
next week?
No, it's the week after next is Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and it's very imperative that we talk about this because Agostino hates Star Wars. It's
hates
not like he
everything.
doesn't like it; he hates Star Wars. He you try to give it a go around. What was it this past year?
I've tried it a couple times.
Really?
I really wish I was into it. It really seems.
I just don't get it. Why he's not into.
I think it's because he didn't see it when he was a kid.
That's probably definitely what it is.
I think it's definitely because he didn't see it
Well,
as
I
a
bet
kid.
you he'll like the prequels though.
And I'll even
Probably.
bet you that some of these newer movies, like the last two,
Yeah.
and there's new one coming out, I bet you even those, if I went and saw them, I'd be like, oh wow, this is like kind of good, and like I might even get interested in the characters. But then I'm not even gonna start it because I know that I'm missing out on other parts of the story that I never seen. But I'm not willing to go back and watch those.
So take us on the journey of how you started to watch it and why you stopped, and why you just don't like Star Wars.
I think I was a teenager and I tried to watch the first one just because I felt left out.
Like
I was the
the
only
episode
person.
4 with Mark Hamill and Harrison
Correct, yeah,
Ford.
the one from
Okay.
the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I love Harrison Ford too, so I think it just makes sense that I should love this movie, And I just felt kind of left out. Everybody else was like always talking about it and wearing the shirts and talking about how awesome
So
it was.
that you were a teenager
Mm-hmm.
and you tried to watch the movies, and why? But why didn't you like it?
I got through like the half of the first one, and I just thought like, I don't know, man, I was just really bored.
Because I will say that coming at Star Wars brand new, A New Hope is kind of like, it's not the best one out of the original trilogy. It is hard, and that's the one that George Lucas directed.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is the best one, in my opinion. The Empire Strikes Back. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I don't know. Also, keep in mind, like, I've never been like a big like science fiction fan, and I kind of like some science fiction today, but you have to admit that like science fiction today and back then is different. Like,
Well, yeah, it's always changing.
they're done way different. So I tried it. I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't know. It was just boring to me to feel like this side of the force, that side of the force, this guy's ship, that guy's ship. It just, I don't know. It seemed like a bunch of like, I don't know, like board games and shit that I never got into because I didn't want to. I was too lazy to have my brain learn the different
They had
rules.
fucking laser swords. They had lightsabers.
Okay.
And a fucking Wookiee.
It's not
Agostino
impressing
played
me,
with Barbies, dude. Not fucking.
I did.
Man,
I
and
made 'em
so,
make out.
but so that was when you were that was when you were a teenager,
Yeah.
and then you tried to rewatch them again. I know it was this past year.
Yeah.
You said like, and I was mad because you didn't invite me over to watch them with you because I'm like the best. I could have gotten you through those movies.
Oh yeah. I probably would have hated it even more.
Really, if I just sat there and made you watch the movies?
Well, I watched it again like this last year because I have a nephew and he kind of was really excited about the new movie that came out last year.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, you're gonna watch it with me?" And I'm like, "I don't really like Star Wars." And he's like, "Come on, like let's just watch it from the beginning." I was like, "All right, I'll give it another try." And so I watched the whole movie, and
The
it
first
was
one,
torture. It
just
was, like, torture.
episode 4.
It was so torture for me.
Okay.
If the first like 40 minutes felt like fucking 4 hours, and like I really wanted to turn. I would have turned it off if he wasn't there, but my nephew really wanted to keep watching it, so I kept watching it with him, and then I was just like lean over with Jen and be like, "This is fucking torture."
Oh,
And then the
man.
movie was over. I was like, "I'm not gonna watch the second
Like
one."
any
you can-
movie above an hour and a half for Agostino is torture too.
That's not true either. I
You know?
like a lot of movies. We just
I
have
think you would
different
really
tastes.
like these new ones.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm like being gypped because I don't know the whole.
Well, what
Like
if what if
character and
instead of
history?
watching the character in history, I just explain it to you instead? You had a choice.
I think we should have him watch episode 1, not episode 4.
Episode 1,
Episode
the
1.
prequels
The
that were made
prequels.
in '99. That was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Was it '99 or '98?
99.
There's
2000?
certain propaganda I don't buy into.
And is it because everybody loves Star Wars?
That's
It's not
why he
because
hates it.
everybody
That's
loves
why he
it.
hates
It's not it at all. I don't know. I feel like that's very overrated. I don't get it.
And you thought that about
Growing
it
up, I was
before you
never
saw
that
it.
guy. What?
That was what you thought about it before you saw
And
it.
Stranger Things.
I'm sure I would hate the original It
Oh, yeah. So why not just try this one?
because the new It, which I liked, was a remake.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sequel.
It is, but you don't really need to know anything. I mean, like, it's great to know. You'll have fun, but like you can still watch episode 7 and you can have fun with it. You can watch it and follow along.
Just watch Rogue One.
because they don't make those old characters prominent in these movies, in these new ones. They're introducing a new cast and new ideas, and then occasionally you see a character from the old movies, and whatever you do need to know is explained to you in the opening crawl. You know what I mean? Like That's all it is. But
Let's take
they're
this back
fun,
to my
man.
childhood to really dissect why I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So first of all, to go way, way, way back,
Oh, we're going way
I didn't
back.
even know the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek.
I know a lot of
I got it
people
mixed
didn't.
up all the time.
Okay.
That's super young. And then like when I started to tell the difference between the two, my dad kind of here's the thing, like you really do what your parents do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I watched a lot of movies with my dad and I like stuff like that. Like I like a lot of like fighting movies, action movies, like just stuff with good actors, you know what I mean? Fucking Scarface, I watched at like 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
You know, like fucking drug and heist movies and Point Break. Like that's the stuff that I like to watch. Like my dad was never into like fake shit. Not until like I
Okay.
got older, I got him into superhero movies. Like, we want to go watch Batman with me? But even still, he doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
And I just grew up watching movies like that. And my dad made fun of people who watched like Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
And I had my dad's older brother, my uncle, was a big like Star Trek fan. And
see, I was never into Star Trek.
yeah, that was like I just associated the two with the same, like stupid sci-fi crap. And my dad would like make fun of his brother, who was like a single guy in his like 40s. You know what I mean? Living
Hey,
at home with his mom.
Hey, that's who this guy. That's who Anton is.
Hey.
No, but like, that's basically like who he would make fun of. Like,
Yeah.
oh, because you like that. And then like I don't know, when I got a little older and started to form my own opinions, I tried to give it a try, and I just wasn't into it, man.
Hey,
Just don't
you're
like
not
it.
into it.
I think it's a little overrated.
But it's just so funny. Is like you just whenever I talk to you about Star Wars, like you like hate on it. It's not like
Yeah.
I just don't like the movies. Like you hate it, and that's why I'm like, man, I just want to really make you
Because
watch
I hate
the
the
new
fact
ones.
that people say like, I have to like it,
No,
and I don't have to like it. I just
No,
don't like
you don't
it.
have to like
I
it.
don't want to watch it.
but you should give it a chance.
You should
I've
give
given it a
chance.
chance.
No, you haven't
twice.
given the new ones. The new ones are really good. Even the Rogue One, which is like, it's a new movie, but it takes place literally right before the first movie that you watched. It's like literally it ends like a couple of minutes before that movie starts.
The fact that if we find a sci-fi movie that I like,
Yeah,
it's very rare.
I know.
I can almost guarantee
Yes,
you
you
I'm
do.
not gonna like this movie.
Back to the Future.
Yeah,
That's sci-fi.
That is sci-fi.
Yeah, but that's very rare.
Even
is
ba-
Ghostbusters.
Even Back to the Future.
I don't even
made
like Ghostbusters.
Okay.
a Darth Vader
Yeah.
kind of thing.
He had a Darth Vader reference.
Yeah.
But he also referenced Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why he can't he can't tell the difference between the two.
I can tell the difference between the two today.
My name is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm an extraterrestrial from the planet Vulcan. That's mixing the two worlds right there. But man, what would it take to make you watch The Last Jedi with us?
We should tie him in a chair.
What's that?
Tie him in a chair.
They're not going to allow us into the movie theater like that. We can't
Put a
just.
lot of coats around me.
No, let's do a marathon from the first one to the.
He won't be a part. He won't do
I
it.
won't be a part of the marathon.
We gotta kidnap him.
I won't come over here.
He won't even he won't even come over here for
He's not
one
gonna
of the.
come over. That's why we're gonna kidnap him.
No, okay, we're
We're gonna get
kidnap
Jen
him.
in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jen's
no,
gonna be
that's
part
it.
of it.
We don't even have to. I can
Just
just call
invite
Jen.
Jen.
I'll just ask Jen. I'm like, can you make Agostino watch? These
She's not gonna
movies
do it because she's not gonna want to watch him.
No, she doesn't have to. I'll pay for her to go out to a spa or something. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
we'll
hey,
have
But
it
who's
like
gonna be there
a-
to make sure I'm watching it?
yeah. What's that?
Who's gonna be there to make sure I'm watching it then?
Well, because she told you to.
I'm not gonna.
We're gonna tie you to a chair.
And she knows how much
But
I
even
hate
if
it, so she's not
say
gonna
if
make me.
say if you just came over for barbecue and we had it on,
No,
you
I
wouldn't
got the
just sit there
perfect
and
idea.
make fun of it with
If
us.
it was just on in the background, sure, but I'm not gonna pay attention
The
really.
perfect
Okay.
idea.
What's up?
We'll have Jen pretend that they're gonna do something kinky, and they're gonna like put handcuffs on him and like in the bedstand. Turn on the TV.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars on.
she's gonna tie you up.
And
tie you
then,
up
and then
in the
she's
bed.
gonna be like doing like little sexy dance, and she leaves and just leaves Star Wars.
like in Jabba's palace. What's that song? What's the song they sing in that?
I don't even want to go with
What the who see you could be laughing with us, Agostino, but you just
Listen, like I said, I wish I was into it. I'm just not. I'm
I
gonna stop
know.
fighting this.
I
I just,
know.
you know what I mean. I'm not gonna fight it. I just don't like it. I'm not gonna keep forcing myself to be miserable.
What would
I
it?
hate it.
Just let me ask you, what would it take for you to go see The Last Jedi with us in theaters?
You'd have to tie me down.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
You'd
gonna go
resist
see
it that much.
I'm not gonna go.
If
see
you
it.
had nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do, and we're all gonna hang out and just go watch the movie in the
I
afternoon.
can find something better to do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's like.
I don't know. This is a tough sell for Agostino.
It is, man. There's some stuff that you can convince me. I'll just be like, all right, fine, I'll do it for you, Kev, and we'll have fun. We'll make a day of it.
But this is it.
I really
You
don't
went-
want to.
And saw Warcraft.
Yeah. I did.
You went and saw what other fucking
And I
movies
hated
did
it.
I make you see? Deadpool.
Yeah.
Justice League.
Well, he wanted to see
I wanted to
Justice
see
League.
Justice League.
All those movies. My brother even made you watch Cannonball Run.
Oh yeah,
And you finished Cannonball Run.
that was pretty bad.
Guess who's never finished Cannonball Run?
you?
Me.
Yeah.
Because
It
my
was
brother would
pretty
make me
bad.
watch it as bad, but you finished it. But you still won't go see Star Wars Episode 8.
No. You know what's funny? My sister fucking loves it.
Why is that funny?
I don't know, because my whole theory on like I grew up like this, blah blah blah. Like, but the thing is that she, her boyfriend that she's been with like for a long time, he likes it a lot, so he made her watch him.
It's so funny because my dad was kind of like the macho guy, you know, but he was still like, "Hey, watch Star Wars. Let's watch Star Wars. Come on."
He
Oh,
likes
this is
Star
great."
Wars.
Yeah, well, we had all the VHSs. My dad
loves Star Wars.
My
Yeah?
dad got me into Star Wars. He got me into Superman.
your dad go watch,
he got
like, the
me
new
into
ones?
Indiana Jones. What's that?
Did you keep up with them and go watch
He,
them all?
my mom, like when
she likes them?
episode 7 came out, when they did the new ones, episode 7, I brought her like 2 Christmases ago, and she went and saw the new one with me, and she liked it.
Yeah.
She really liked it. She was never really into the old ones. I mean, she knew I loved them. She knew them well enough because we had the movies, and my dad would watch them with us, and he'd also watch like he got me into Indiana Jones, Back to the Future,
love
like
those,
all
yeah.
those movies. You know, my dad showed me so.
I would have to like lose a bet, or it would be my punishment for the weight loss thing.
Oh, okay.
If I don't make my
yeah,
goal
because
weight,
we
that
all
would
have
be
a
the
weight
only
loss goal among us all, and so
Yeah.
if you don't make your weight loss, you're
I
gonna
need
go
to send him
see.
some more mac and cheese.
Go send him some more mac and cheese, Anton. Get his weight up there so he goes see episode 8 with us.
It's like, Jen, add more fat to what you're cooking.
I know. That would be just about it.
I think
man.
I'm gonna try. I don't think I'm
You're
not
trying
gonna
to
try.
fat?
No, I'm gonna try to get you to go see The Last Jedi.
Why? Why am I gonna waste everybody's time?
Oh,
Of
why
my
waste
own.
everybody's time?
I'm not invested in.
It wouldn't waste my. It would actually make me very happy.
Yeah, make us very, very happy.
It would make us all very, very happy.
I would be miserable. Wouldn't that matter to you?
You never
Yes.
know. You thought you were going to be
You're
miserable
me.
during it. You thought you were going to be miserable during
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. No, actually, I didn't know if you were going to be miserable during Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You didn't say that. You just didn't. Yeah, it looks alright. I'll check
Because
it
he
out.
tried it after watching it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's true. That's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
That was the pitch. It's like
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
just
It
like
had to pitch Stranger Things to me.
What if I showed you the trailer to episode 8?
Is that the one
Would
that's
you-
about to come out?
Yeah, would you watch the trailer?
Yeah. I'll watch the trailer.
Okay. That was it.
That was it.
I'm just kidding. What do you want to know about why he doesn't like Star Wars?
I already know why he doesn't like Star Wars.
Okay.
Because he doesn't like good freaking sci-fi.
I keep sending him that meme of Harrison Ford as Han Solo. It's like, you either like Star Wars or you're wrong.
I wish I was with you guys on this.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna turn him. I'm gonna turn him.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
turn
get.
him.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
get him.
mission.
I'm gonna get him into it. Friday
It's a
night. I
mission.
hope you're not working Friday night because I want to start watching
Yeah.
all. I want to watch all the Star Wars movies before.
Well,
You
good
do
for you
Saturday
guys.
morning.
we're not
You're gonna
watch-
have to send me the best scene from the best movie, any of them
Okay.
that you think that I'll like. Just one clip, and if I watch it and see if it intrigues me.
Oh, so you okay? I think I got one, but it wouldn't be in the episodic. I'd show him the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One. No,
not gonna
what would
get
you
him.
show him?
It wouldn't be smart to just show me a fight scene.
I would say it wouldn't.
Seagulls.
Seagulls. No. But I do want to show him that. Seagulls would be funny.
Show him a picture of Hayden Christensen.
Would you
He'll
show?
fucking love it.
No. But seriously, if we had to pick a scene to turn him into,
Here's what you should do.
What's that?
You should ask me some questions, kind of like a focus group, and then take my answers so that you have your answer.
What kind of scene are you looking for? What?
See, no, you can't just directly ask me that. You got to ask me like.
Do you like do you like sci-fi action?
No.
Okay. Do you like drama?
Yes.
Okay.
Episode 1.
You got to ask me.
He already saw
this or
episode
this?
1. No, episode 1. No. What would you show? What scene would you show him in episode 1?
Jar Jar, dude. He'll love Jar Jar.
No,
You got to
he'd
ask
hate
me
Jar
like
Jar.
what character I would like out of this movie. What's my favorite
Agostino
character of this
would
movie,
love
so you can
Jar
get my
Jar.
vibe.
Okay.
Or like this movie or this movie.
It has Liam Neeson, dude. Episode 1 has Liam Neeson. And
Mashed
it
potatoes
does.
are baked. What's your preference? I gotta ask
Yeah.
you
Okay.
questions
Hold on.
like that.
Now I gotta think.
You know.
Back to the Future 1 or Back to the Future 2?
1.
Okay.
That's a really hard choice. I pick
That
both.
is a hard choice. Shit.
I get some of my
I
points.
told
back
you
for
we
liking
just
Back
have
the
to
Future.
fucking tie him up.
Well, what scene would you show him? Do you have to pick a scene? What scene would you show him?
Nothing that he would like. The thing is, the beauty of Star Wars is not the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the character development.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Like, you got to see the little kid.
And that's what I really like
I
about
would
movies
almost-
is character development
Yeah.
and chemistry, relationships.
And then
between
for you
the
to love the
characters.
scenes is because you love
Then
the
see,
characters.
that's why
already.
you would love Empire Strikes Back, because that's when the characters start. Because the characters are already
He wouldn't
introduced.
care because he doesn't know how Luke started.
Well, he does
I know
because
how
he
Luke
saw the
started.
he saw the first one,
Yeah.
but he already knows. He probably knows the eventual history of the characters. But Empire is the one with the big, huge cliffhanger of where Luke Skywalker finds out that Darth Vader is his dad.
I knew that already.
Yeah, but you already knew that. See, like that. If you didn't know that, you'd have been like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
Really? His whole time?" Like,
Yeah, that's
But I
You
don't
see-
care
you-
'cause I'm
you
not
see- you
involved.
see
I'm not
the-
involved or invested in those characters.
it's
so I
yeah,
don't
no.
care.
See, then I would
Believe it
show
or not,
you.
my thing that I really like in movies is I like love stories.
There's no love story. And there's a
the
somewhat.
prequel.
And here's the thing, though.
Told you.
Prequels, he's gonna
That
like
doesn't
the
mean that I
prequels.
just want romantic movies. That's not what I mean. I mean
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman was a love story.
I would.
And it doesn't have to be a
They'll
love
probably
story
like
between a man
show him
and
the
a
scene like where Anakin hates sand.
It doesn't have to be a love story between like
Of course.
No,
It could
what
be
about
like-
like friendship?
friendship, brothers.
That
know
you
what
would
I mean?
like
family.
You would like episode 7. You would like Finn because I love his character in that because he was a stormtrooper.
Well, he likes Wonder Woman, right? He'll like Ray.
I like Wonder Woman.
and he'll like Rey. Yeah, absolutely. If you like all, because Rey has this big mystery about her. Nobody knows who she is. Like, she grew up on this desert planet as an orphan. She was dropped off there as a kid, and they won't tell us who her parents are.
It's Michael B. Jordan.
It's Michael B. Jordan. And then you have, dude. You would. I really.
Well, pick a scene that's gonna maybe they won't
I-
get
you
me
know
hooked
what?
on the first scene, but maybe it'll at least say, you
I-
know what, Kevin?
It would
Send
need
me
to
another
be.
scene.
It would need to be.
Force
in-
Awakens is
It would need to be the
Force.
Force Awakens. It would have to
that
be.
would awaken Agostino. to
Yeah,
become the
it really would.
Do you think that there is a force that lies within me that just hasn't been awakened?
Force. Yeah.
I think that's why you need to watch The Force Awakens. You would watch. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. You would like it.
Of course, a good movie. It made $2 billion.
Oh yeah, but even the cat. But the ideas of the cat. This is what I like about what The Force Awakens did something new, and they took like a familiar looking bad guy, just a general stormtrooper. You've seen those guys with the white helmets and the white stuff, right? They're like the galactic bad guys. They're the army soldiers of Darth Vader
Gotcha.
and all that. And originally they were clones. They were clones of Boba Fett's dad. And they were called clone troopers, but in this new, like in the new age of Star Wars, they're now kids who were taken when they were kids.
So bored already right now.
No, but listen, this is how they got these soldiers. Is they used to kidnap kids and they would brainwash them and grow them up to be soldiers. And so all the stormtroopers now, they're just people who have been like kidnapped and brainwashed to be a soldier. And he's like, he comes out of it in the first scene. He doesn't want to do it, and so he's like trying to escape the First Order.
Just
and
let
like,
him watch it.
Yeah, no, man, you gotta fucking watch it.
The fact that that's the story you chose to tell me right now
no, if
makes
you-
me think that you're not gonna know which scene to send me. It's gonna get me hooked.
It's the whole movie. It's the whole movie.
It's the whole movie. It's the new one actually got a lot of like.
Well, thank you guys for having me on your podcast so you can make fun of me in front of everybody.
Even Rogue One, dude. He would love Rogue
One
One.
is fucking
I
my
think he
favorite.
would really, really love Rogue One. That was
Rogue
a
One
really
is
good
my
movie.
favorite.
That's a side story Star Wars movie, but it's the director of that did Monsters, right?
Monsters, Godzilla.
Godzilla. Did you see the new Godzilla movie with Bryan
course not.
Cranston?
Of course
Of course he didn't.
Why do you even ask?
I don't know, man. I just really, just because he's like my best friend, and I really want you to like Star Wars, but I also like it that you don't, because
I really want to like it.
I know. That's why I at least watch The Force Awakens. I own it on DVD.
I'm not
Blu-ray.
going to.
You're not. As he chokes on his
I
ice
just choked
cube.
in my eyes. I'm not going to.
You're not gonna watch The Force
You
Awakens.
have to send me a scene that's going to intrigue me. I'm not going to
not
just go
the
watch
same.
it just because
It's
you
not
just
gonna
told
be
me.
a scene. It's.
You can't think of one clip or scene that's going to get me hooked to watch a franchise? Then
because-
fuck this movie.
It's not a scene, dude.
Because no, it's because there's so many that I can't choose.
Well, you better pick one.
There's not a scene.
I'm not going to watch the movie if you're not going to. Just because you told me to. You're going to have to pick, like.
told you seagulls.
Seagulls.
Yeah. If you're gonna show them anything Star Wars, show them seagulls.
Seagulls. I'll show you seagulls.
Would the trailer for The Force Awakens do it?
Sure. We'll
Or
watch
no, you have to pick, like, a good scene.
Oh, we'll watch the trailer. Yeah, you can just watch the trailer. But anyway, I think we're wrapping up our discussion. There's no more else that we can talk about
or else
Star
we're
Wars
gonna start
without.
tying up Agostino. And
Yeah, I'm just gonna start watching the Star Wars movies now. But Agostino, why don't you go plug yourself away? As he spits out his ice
Let's
cubes.
spit my ice back out. I'm Agostino Zoida.
Yeah,
And I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
and
The name is spelled. Do you guys put my name on here?
yeah, we'll put your name on there.
Okay, cool. So that's how you spell it.
Just look at the description.
Yeah, I have a podcast called Parishioners Podcast with Kevin's my co-host, and the name is changing to Homeschooled, actually.
Yes, it
We're
is.
changing the name just so it's easier for people to remember. So that's going to happen pretty soon. You know what? I think I'm going to do it before you leave town for Boston.
Change the name.
Before you leave town, let's do a podcast with just me and you again. And then that will be like the official name change.
Oh, nice!
Yeah,
I'm
let's just do it.
excited.
I think that this Wednesday I have a podcast, which you can't do because it's the day before you're taping Melissa's
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's right.
And then we're going to do one on Monday with Rico when he comes to town.
Yep.
And then we'll do another one
Okay.
right before you leave.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
But then I'm going to have on Zach Ward, but you're not going
Oh,
to be
I'm
here.
so mad.
Dude, I'm going to have
I've met Zach. He's pretty cool. I like him. He's really nice.
from A Christmas Story.
Did you ever see A Christmas Story? You're gonna shoot your eye out.
A
You'll
long
shoot.
time ago. I don't
So
remember
anyway,
much.
the
Oh, did
kid
you ever
who's
see
the-
Freddy vs. Jason?
Long time ago.
Okay.
Is he in that
I
too?
gotta go watch it again.
Oh, so the bad guy from A Christmas Story, the bad guy, he's like a little bully.
Farkas?
He's a little kid. Yeah, Scott Farkas.
Scott
That's my
Farkas.
buddy. But he's like all grown up now. But he's like a producer. He's made like some zombie movie recently. He's directed a bunch of like stand-up specials, and he was in Transformers actually, the first one.
Oh, the which one?
Transformers.
The first Transformers
Yeah.
movie?
Dude, sci-fi movie that Agostino likes. Transformers.
Transformers.
I like the first one. Though.
Yeah, the first
I
one.
don't like the others.
But anyway, so you're a stand-up,
Terminator.
so Agostino's a stand-up comedian. Do you have any shows local to Los Angeles coming up, or where are you gonna be?
Well, my next show coming up is I'm opening up for Melissa Shoshai that you're taping. She's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
her stand-up special, and,
Yep.
and Kevin's directing it and,
It's
and
Thursday,
filming
right?
it. It's this Thursday, December 7th, and I'm going to be opening for her. So
Nice. And any other big shows that you're gonna be doing?
pretty slow until the rest of the year. I think I
Okay.
got Comedy Store La Jolla coming up next year, and I think I'm going back to Arizona in a couple months. But yeah,
And you also do On the Rocks with us here at Too High McFly. So if you guys are listening to our podcast, we want you to cruise over to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different movie reviews that we do and short films because we're filmmakers.
When we force Agostino to watch
Yeah,
something that
and
he
then
doesn't
there's
wanna watch.
a review segment that I do with Agostino called On the Rocks, where I force Agostino to watch a movie he wouldn't normally watch, and then we get drunk on whiskey and talk about it. It's really fun.
they're short too.
They're
it's edited really funny.
It's
and
best
That's why we're working on the Star Wars episode.
Yeah,
of
that's
that
right.
one.
Oh man, that would be so wonderful. But I love doing the On the Rocks with you because it's just so much fun.
I was just talking to
actually do
somebody
it.
today who told me like, hey, I just went and like binged all the On the Rocks, and I was like, really? Why? And they're just like, oh, I don't know. I just watched one online, and I thought like these are funny, and they went and watched all of them.
Oh, really?
And they're like, why don't you do that more? They're like, do more. They're fucking. That's why I told you today. What you need to do one.
That's why you need to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, you gotta watch
We can do other movies.
Well,
guys.
because the best episodes are when you hate the movie and you have a lot of shit to say about the movie.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not
why
fun
I
if you
love
like it.
forcing you. But who said that? Who was binging those?
A friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
You won't say.
You won't say. Then.
Nope.
You won't say.
Okay.
I'm secretly best friends with Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan keeps
This is
watching
like a
On the
little
Rocks.
thing that we have.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you guys ever see Michael B. Jordan, go up to him and be like, yo, Agostino says he's friends with you. And he's going to be like, I don't know who that is. It's just a thing that we do. It's like a little inside joke.
That's funny.
Who's going to laugh, though?
But anyway, yeah, so you can check out Agostino on his Twitter and his Instagram, and he's got his Parishioners podcast moving over to Homeschooled. Because he was homeschooled.
I was.
And it's mainly a stand-up comedian podcast. It's our guests are always other comedians.
Yeah.
And it's just that's a fun podcast too, man. We have so much fun just talking.
Yeah, it is. Just, sometimes we have fun. Sometimes it's serious conversations. We had a writing session the last episode.
Yeah, that was really cool.
We talk a lot about like joke structure and or just fun road stories.
So if you ever looking to get into stand-up comedy, go check over Parishioners, or it will be called Homeschooled by the time probably this comes out, maybe.
No, it's coming out. This coming out tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay. This will be coming out tomorrow. So, yeah, it's Agostino Zoida, and we also got Anton over here.
Anton,
I'm Kevin Lyons.
Hey.
And what's up?
If the listeners think of a scene based off of getting to know me just by listening to this,
Oh,
of what's
yeah.
going to convince me to switch over to be a Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
to make the Force awaken within me.
Yeah.
If you guys think of something, be like, oh man, you guys gotta show them this. Just hit up
help
Kevin.
us convince.
I was
Agostino to
gonna
watch.
say
Yeah.
close it like, hey, make a shout out to us on Twitter.
Yeah,
At
maybe
2Hi McFly or at Agostino Zoida.
just send the
Well,
video
after
right
me,
there. If
Yeah.
you guys find a clip on YouTube or something, you're like, oh, show them this, that'll get them. Just send them there.
What's your Twitter handle?
At Agostino Zoida,
Zoida.
AGOSTINOZOIDA.
Yeah.
I think if you search Laugh Commander with a K, it'll also come up.
That was such a weird name.
It still is.
Little cocky. I'm a Laugh Commander.
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
It'd be cocky if I spell Commander correctly.
Yeah.
It's with a K, so.
But yeah, guys, if you're coming to us from iTunes, go over to our YouTube channel and give us a like
We don't
and
even
subscribe.
have iTunes yet. We're still trying
We're
to
not.
get
We're
that
still
account.
trying to get that account. Well, if
Yeah.
you're listening to us on
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, go over to our YouTube channel, give us a like,
Or
subscribe.
YouTube. This is YouTube.
Someone
and,
else's name on my cup.
That's okay.
It's a recycled cup.
It's a recycled cup.
Hmm.
Disney bought it, and they're
Yeah.
going to reboot it. So relax, Agostino. So, guys, tune in next week where hopefully Dan should be back. With
When
some
we talk about the Last Jedi.
we talk about that's gonna be the
And
last
hopefully
podcast
Agostino's here too, that we can
before the Last Jedi.
Hmm?
And yeah, so thanks you guys for listening. And
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming down, buddy. You're our first guest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
He's
It
not
was
a
awesome.
guest. He's a nuisance.
All right. Tune in next week where we go further into his nuisanceness.
All right.
All right, guys. See you
Thanks for
later.
dinner, Agostino.
Thanks for dinner and the mac and cheese.
All right.
Later.
Later.